Kia ora everyone and welcome to a special edition of the Couch Warriors. I'm John Lazaron. Usually I'm joined by my co-host Richard, but he's having some kid issues at the moment, as we all do, our parents here. But I'm joined by my good friend and one of the founders of Warriors Anonymous, Gerard Cronin. How's it going, bro?
Oh, going good, man. I can relate to those child issues as you can as well. Yeah, it's been quite an effort just to get to this point. I tell you that much.
Yes, so something so simple is so difficult, right?
Oh, very much so. Yeah, but you gotta keep them happy. Got to keep the entire family happy, and especially in the off season as well. So the in theory the recording schedule comes right back, but when you got to do a couple of things, you just got to negotiate quite delicately, shall we say?
Exactly. You got to have some buffer time as well.
That's right.
Yeah, right. But anyway, bro. Richard still might join us, everyone. So he might. If you see him just pop up out of nowhere, that's because he's dealt with his issues right there. So anyway, look, man, we're here tonight to discuss the Warriors jersey, the new jerseys for 2026, the home and away jersey, which dropped today. It was supposed to drop at 8 o'clock. That's what the Warriors told us. They said 8 p.m. was going to be the reveal. So that's what we were planning for. But it was about an hour earlier they actually revealed the jerseys.
I tell you what, I'd like to see our attack on the field be as tricky as their announcements of things, because like you say, we're all gearing up for 8 o'clock, and then all of a sudden stuff just starts flying left, right, and centre. That one, you're like, hang on, what is it launched now? What's going on? So, it'd be good if we could just confuse opposition defenses as much as they have the Warriors fans.
Yeah, I love it. I love that, and hopefully it will happen in 2026 with this jersey. Somehow we'll do something like that. But look, man, before we get into the jersey, as I just said, I wanted to, so that we were live on air here, we can see the jersey and we give our reaction, but we've already seen it now, so so we lost that part a bit. But look, before we get into it, I just wanted to ask you, because we're talking about jerseys here, there's been many jerseys over the 30 years. Surely you have a favourite that just stands out for you.
Bro, I've always been really, really impartial to the old black and silver.
Nice.
Look of around about 2003, 2004, around that kind of zone.
Yep.
Just sort of brings back memories of back when we were we were right in the mix for the title. And yeah, I always like that color scheme. I do kind of maybe I have sort of evolved a little bit, because nowadays I get the fact that we probably need to look a little bit less like the Kiwis, which the old black and silver ones were maybe a little bit guilty of doing, but I'll stay true, man. I always love the black and silver, and when they give it the retro throwbacks, I'm always really, really keen for it.
Nice, man. I'm actually agreeing with you. That black and silver actually it gives me memories of what the old James Maloney times and stuff, etc. So it was awesome. My one, to be honest, I actually really like the original. I'm really old school, with the actual. I've got to be careful how I say this so it doesn't come across the wrong way. Like the solid V, the solid. So yes, just that solid V, like the one behind me, so in the blue, like where it's just like not like where it's curved.
Yep.
I'm real old school into that, but I do admit there, because when the Kiwis unveiled their jersey for this year, and there was no V there, sort of thing, I was thinking, oh what? But then I've actually sort of warmed up to it a little bit. Just that whole black jersey. I know it comes across like maybe a little like the All Blacks a little way, but I didn't mind it, so I'm into what I see back there. But let's talk about the jerseys for 2026, mate. What were your initial thoughts?
Bro, have you got the is that the old Ansett ones at the back there? You've got, is it the
yes, the old school one?
Oh yeah, you got everything there.
Yeah.
The Australian Rugby League little logo on it,
with the collars and stuff. Can't go wrong.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, exactly right. Too right. Very beautiful, mate. And but is beautiful the word that you have for the 2026 jerseys?
Wow, I don't know if beautiful is the word. There's some things I really like about it, and some other things which kind of just maybe not so much. It's an interesting one, because when I first saw it, especially the home jersey, I kind of thought I was getting vibes of the old Robin suit from like Batman and Robin back in the days. They've got the thing at the side, and I was like, oh, okay, and the splash of red. I think that red has probably been the biggest winner out of the colours in this particular round, because normally it's just a little sort of strip of red, but but now that's come out and taken over and got a big splash. So
Yeah.
So I think, if you were to have a look at the winners and losers, red would be a big winner, I think.
Yeah. No, you're right. I like that red. And also, they've got the numbers coloured in red as well.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on that, bro?
I don't know. I mean, because a few days ago, when they were actually telling us that, we're going to drop this at 8 p.m. when they said they're going to drop this at 8 p.m. they were showing Harris DeVito with his back towards the camera and just with the red numbers. I wasn't sold on it initially. I wasn't. I'll be honest with you. I'll be straight up with you. I wasn't sold on it.
No, I'm the same, bro.
Yeah.
I wasn't a. I know they did it last year for Anzac, and I kind of understood, the red poppy sentiment and that sort of stuff. But in terms of being an ongoing kind of thing, if it's going to be our home jersey with the red numbers on the back this year, I'm not that excited for it. I think it's going to be a little bit trickier to see the numbers, and I'm just not sure on that particular combination of colours. But like you say, it could well grow. I hope it does, because some people are pretty excited for it, but I am not one of those people.
Yeah, I'm with you, to be honest. I'm not one of those people either. I mean, I'll always stand and support our team and stuff, no matter what they're wearing. It doesn't mean I like what they're wearing. Doesn't mean I like what they're wearing. But look, this jersey, honestly, when I first saw it, it sort of came off as, just something not that much different to last year's jersey. I showed it to my wife. Before I came up here, I showed her, said, "What do you think of this? This is the new jersey." And she's like, "Looks like last year's one." And she's not into league, you know what I mean? She's not into league or anything. Well, she's into Sean Johnson, but
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, she's into Sean Johnson. That's about it about league. But no, she said it doesn't look any different to what last year's jersey. So
in fact, it's a bit of a mix, isn't it? It's kind of like almost like a mashup of last year's jersey mixed with that one that's directly behind you.
Yeah, with the stripes, right? The V stripes. Yeah.
It's got a similar kind of scheme, overall color scheme. Got the blue collar.
Yeah.
And just quite dominant red and the V part area. But it's an interesting look. I'm sort of, I don't know. There's some bits about it I'm really cool with. I get a little bit overly, maybe I look into a little bit too much detail, but kind of felt like the little detail on the end of the sleeves could have been a different color. Maybe just a straight blue would have looked pretty gangster, but they went with the sort of like, it sort of almost looks to me like the Italian flag.
Italian. I'm about to say the same thing. Italian flag, right? Exactly the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like like you're watching football or whatever, and you got the Italian blue, and then just that little trim at the end with the flag on it. So
yeah.
But I guess nothing's perfect.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the thing is that a lot of people won't actually notice these little details that we're speaking about right now, but because we're actually going over it, we're noticing these little bits and pieces. But you're right. That's the first thing I thought. Italian flag. Or the hungry flag. I don't know if it's the other way around. I'm not sure. But
yeah, true. Yeah.
Yep. So it could be the other way around. But yeah, no. Look, I agree with you that the red installments in the jersey is actually looks makes it look a little bit more powerful with the color they're using here. But it just I honestly thought when they showed Harris DeVito, with his back on the photo with the red numbers, I honestly thought and hoped it was going to be something plain, like kind of like the Kiwis jersey, something different along those lines.
Yep.
I really did think there might be something along those lines, but they've gone with like similarities to the previous year's jerseys, and I'm not 100% sold on it. I mean, like I said, I like the red, but I'm still not 100% sold on it. But yeah, I think it
must be such a hard balance for them, right, to try and give something with a bit of life, but also trying to find that sort of clean look. One thing that I noticed with like American sports is that they really go in that, sort of almost single or double color, really just clean, almost quite bland look, the traditional sort of style. Whereas, sports down this end of the world, we like to get a bit more colorful. You've still got teams hanging in there, like the the Dragons still got the red V. The Bunnies they've gone back old school, back to a 1980s jersey that they used to wear. And it's kind of cool that there is sort of tradition, but I guess it's always balancing up whether to make it exciting and wacky, and designers getting all carried away, or just try and keep it nice and sort of straightforward. So I kind of sympathise with them a little bit. Must be a tough job.
Yeah.
They've worked painstakingly for months on end for us to come and go, you should have done a bit of blue on this part, mate. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Well, I wonder how it works. Like, for example, I'm sure they've got, their minds are going like, oh, I want to do this, but then they've been limited to what the organisation is, the club has actually told them what you can do.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. And you got that that brand, I guess you've got to protect. And I feel like they've done a good job of that and maintaining. They've made a change, but also at the same time they've, when people say, they look at it and go, well, it's basically the same as the last one, then they probably take that as a compliment and go, yeah, sweet, we haven't gone too far, too crazy. It's almost like the old V that we had last year.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's almost gotten a bit angrier. It's got rah, and it's sort of like almost bursting out now from into the shoulders. So maybe we could take that energy and put it on the opposition, perhaps. Yeah,
no, I agree. I will say this though: while despite the fact that there are similarities to last year's jersey, I still think that this one's a little bit better than last year's jersey. This one here is better than last year's jersey, but. I mean, until they run out with it and see, and with the red numbers, until they run out with it and see them playing it, that's when I guess you'll know whether you love it or not. I mean, I've been seeing comments all over social media saying that people aren't a fan of it. I've been seeing the majority of comments are saying that they're not the biggest fan. They're all saying the same thing we're saying. Well, what's different to last year's jersey, sort of thing. Yeah. But if you look closely, there are some little detail changes there.
Yeah. Some nice touches, I think. So. And I guess it's just that one. It's almost like when you hear a new song, right? Sometimes you hear it and you think, "What the hell was that?" Yeah. And then a couple of listens later, then you're like, "Oh, that's actually all right," and then you kind of get into it. So exactly. Maybe it'll grow on us like that, but worth wait and see.
Yeah, we'll wait and see for that one, mate. But look, the other jersey, the away jersey, that was the one that I had a lot of thoughts on. I actually like it better than the home jersey, to be honest. But I will admit, and I've seen this comment a lot on social media, I did get Sydney Roosters vibes when I first saw it. What were your thoughts?
Absolutely. Even when they did the little preview showing Lecker doing the and it just had like a little bit of you can see a little bit of detail there on the left hand side of his chest, and it was like, is that just a Roosters away jersey? Like, it was a little bit of a worry. Yeah. And it's kind of, it does definitely have similarities to it. Obviously they've got the green in there, but again, red is the big winner on it. Yeah. It's kind of almost got kind of St George Illawarra vibes as well. I do like the again, just the little flashes. I think it's a little bit of black up the top as well. Just
I see it.
That's quite cool. Makes me wonder. I'm like, because we've changed the colour of the numbers on our home jerseys, I'm wondering if we're going to go black as our away numbers. But
wouldn't mind seeing it, to be honest. You're right. It does look pretty cool with the black there. It does. Yeah.
Yeah. And again, it's also serving the purpose to differentiate it from the Chooks, because we're us. We don't want to be the El Sombrero, Sydney Roosters.
Yeah. Well, what is it with the I'll say Warriors and Dynasty here wanting to have away jerseys similar to other clubs like Newcastle last year's one? What's up with that?
Yeah, interesting. I suppose it's a tricky one where they're trying to keep the brand but also flip it. I'd had an idea last year that they could have just done if you can imagine the latest jerseys that they've got, but just using all blue as all the entire colour, just like that, just going straight blue and white. I would have thought that could have been quite striking. People might get annoyed because they'd be like, oh, it's just Auckland colours. Nah. But again, watched too many NFL games and seen those colour rush uniforms on Thursday night football and gone, ooh, that'd be quite cool. That would have been my thought, but it does look cool overall, I think.
Yeah, well, no. Well, you read my mind, mate, because honestly, I did think about, it could even be for the home jersey. I said, why? I actually didn't mind the New South Wales Cup jersey.
Yes.
That's, what I mean? I didn't mind the New South Wales Cup jersey, like the sort of plainish colours, no V's, no stripes bursting out of the chest. So sort of thing. I actually didn't mind it. And I thought if they had some sort of similar design for the first grade team, I reckon it would look good.
Yeah. They kind of had it as well in the preseason trials.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, that looks quite clean. Like, nothing
Yep.
nothing fancy, just a couple of stripes here and there. And it was like, yeah, nice. Looks very nice. But we'll see what they come up with. It's a funny one because, you wonder as time goes by, how far can they go? Are they going to, what can they actually come up with to keep it the same but different as well? You must start running out of ideas at some point.
Yeah, I mean, they were all for, Lewis Brown's Dear Warrior jersey for a game. They had that out, that merch out. So, I mean, who knows? I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have got ideas what they would like to have the Warriors come out as, but I think, this is what we've got now. We gotta roll with it. But honestly, there's a I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a picture of Chance modelling the away jersey, and if I didn't know that they were revealing the jersey today, the new kit, I would have thought, is he signing for the Roosters? Is he signing for the Roosters?
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah, the bros, he's gone. Who else is gone? Dellen's gone. Also, Lecker's gone, and also Fisher Harris. They've all signed with the Roosters. So that's a bit of a clean out. But you're right, bro. It can be a bit of a problem with getting confused. I wonder what the Roosters think of this whole thing. I wonder what they're looking at it going. Hey,
exactly.
Hey. They might bring out an away jersey, and it might look like our away jersey, and it'll be like, oh wow, okay.
Yeah, exactly. So if you can hear noises behind me, there's fireworks going off. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but
wow, okay.
Yeah, there's fireworks going off. I can hear it really clearly from here. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't come up on the feed here. But I saw that picture of Chance. I was just like, man, that looks like. I thought, if you didn't know that this is an revealing the kit day, I would have thought that he's gone to the Roosters sort of thing. But thankfully not. I actually thought, to be honest, I was a bit 50-50 with Chance during the season about his play. Like, I mean, there's no doubting his effort and his work. He's a workhorse. The meters that he makes. But with a fullback, you need more than that. You need to be a bit of a playmaker. You have to be a bit of a playmaker as well. So I didn't see him much as that. But I thought for the Kiwis, he's done a pretty good job.
Oh, absolutely.
It's centre.
Yeah, he's definitely done a nice job there. And I mean, we always knew he would. I guess when you don't have to cart the ball up 30 times a game and run for 300 odd meters, it probably helps the fact that you can actually get up and run a bit quicker or with a bit more burst than you normally can. So I'm with you as well. I'm a little bit either way on it. He's done a great job and does a great job, but we seem to be lacking a bit of attacking punch once we get into the the red zone of the opposition. So what they do with Chance and how they work that position, I'm a big Taine Tuopiku fan, so
me too.
I'd love to see us kind of go down that kind of way. But he's a different player, and people always knock him for being small and that he gets manhandled and all this sort of stuff. Whereas Chan's a bit more robust defender, allegedly. And then there's also obviously you got Dallin out in the wing as well. What are we going to do with him, especially now that we've signed the speed machine Khan Pereira?
Exactly.
And where it all kind of fits. So I think that back three is probably, I think, one to really keep an eye on, because I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen. Who's actually going to line up on game day in week 1?
Exactly. I'm with you there, and I'm a big fan of Tuopiku. All through the season, I said for our potties that I'd love to see Tuopiku. I mean, before, when there was injuries and Dallin was off, and then they had to sort of move everyone's positions around, and he was there. He played on the wing. He did a great job, and it was like he was not rewarded for his good work, and then Dallin was out of form, and even Dallin admitted that he says, I'm rusty, but they still didn't, they weren't willing to make the switch, which I thought was just a wrong move in my eyes anyway. But Tuopiku's only signed on for this season. He hasn't been extended yet. He's one of the players, one of the many players at the Warriors that have contracts ending in 2026. So I'm hoping that they do sign him on, but because I'm sure there'll be other clubs that would be more than willing to sign him up.
Oh, absolutely. If you're the Perth Bears, you got to be looking at someone like him, someone like Tanner Boyd, especially seeing as well what they've been doing in cup level. I mean, they're essentially far too good for that grade. Whether or not they can really crack it at the next level becomes the big question. But I think those two, they make a lot of sense. If I'm the Bears, I'd be going straight for them. But yeah, I mean, Gus Gould summed it up quite well during that state championship. Watching Tuopiki get one of his, sort of 50-meter tries where he just slid across field and ran past everyone. And he just said, well, he just makes beating a tackle look easy, And yeah, I just remember that. It stuck with me, and I thought, yeah, that's the kind of guy who I'd like to see. Just give us a little bit more punch, but I guess and Webby we trust. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
See what happens, mate. We'll see what happens. Well, mate, with the jerseys, home and away jersey, give us your grade: A+, B+, B-, C. Yeah.
Okay.
For the home jersey.
Home jersey, I will give. Oh, let's have a look. I'm going to give them a mark down for the red numbers. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I'll give them a mark up for the extra blue. I will give it a B.
Nice. I had B+.
I thought about a B+, but I was like, I don't know, they might be overdoing it. But
I had it at B+, just because, like you said, the red makes it stand out a bit more, and not the number. Not that I wasn't sure if I was a big fan of the numbers, as I said at the start, but at the front. But B+ for me. I was hoping that Richard would have jumped on by now, but hasn't happened. We're coming to a close, but so it hasn't happened. So I haven't got his, but I'll add it in the comments there somewhere what his grade on the jerseys are. Yeah, because I love getting Richard's opinions on all these sort of things. He's got good opinions on these sort of things. But
what do you think he'd say? What do you reckon he'd be? Saying?
I think he would say what we're saying. Honestly, I think he would think that the jersey's similar to last year's jersey. I think he even said to me in a message like it doesn't look any different to last year. So, and again, many people are saying that in social media, and with the away jersey, I think a lot of people are saying that they love the away jersey. Yes. So, but they're also saying they got the Sydney Rooster vibes as well. Which is, I just think,
I've seen a lot of people saying, I actually quite like the away jersey better, and I'm probably one of those people as well. But at the same time, it does give off the old the Chook vibe. So I don't know, what does that say about us?
Yeah, exactly. Richard just messaged saying he can jump on. So we get him on for like 2 minutes.
Get him on, bro.
Yeah.
It's the power play coming up.
Yeah, here we go. We get him on, so he comes on. So bro. So while we wait for Richard to jump on, I really wanted to ask you this. I asked you this personally, but while we're online here, is like, so a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people do, and some people don't know that you work for Sen, right? So, and you're always on the radio there, and you get to stand with some of the greats there. Brian Fletcher is one of them. Yes. What's it like working with Brian Fletcher? Because I love Brian Fletcher. He's just a funny guy. He's real, shows a lot of confidence in what he does, and he makes you want to watch what he's doing or listen to what he's saying. So what's it like working with Brian Fletcher?
Look, the thing that I've been really impressed about, just dealing with Fletch, just out of the limelight, just passing him, in the kitchen or whatever. He's exactly the same as what you see and hear on TV, on the Matty John show, on the SEN show. He's a bright, bubbly personality, always looking for a laugh. Very clever, very, very, very sharp-witted.
He'll love that.
So he's good like that. And he honestly, you can feel the whole office just lift when he comes in the afternoons. He'll walk in and be like, "Hey, g'day, A grades," and everyone will sort of, just get a little bit of energy from that. So he's a great man to have around, and really enjoy working with Fletch and Joel as well. They're a good combo, those two, like Batman and Robin.
Oh, really? Who's Batman and who's Robin? Who's Batman and who's Robin? Come on, say it.
That's a good question. Well, I mean, it depends how you see it, right? Joel runs the show, which is generally the Batman.
Or was he Alfred? Was he Alfred?
Maybe. So, but I mean, maybe Joel is the Batman, and he's taller. So I don't know. It depends how you want to look at it.
We're clipping that. Yeah. Yeah. No, awesome, man. So because I've always been wondering. Cause I've seen the pictures of you with Joel and with Fletchy there, and stuff. I'm like, oh, lucky guy. I mean, I've worked in media a long time as well, and I've never got to do what you do, because I haven't been in radio before. I was in print media. Now I'm doing comms and other media stuff now. But yeah, what a lucky guy. What a lucky guy.
Yeah, bro. I am pretty lucky in that sense. They're good fellas. And yeah, always enjoy when they decide to get me on and say a few names as well. It's always good fun. But yeah, bro, all good. Oh, look!
Oh, there he is.
Here he is.
There he is.
I made it.
Yeah. We told the listeners that you might jump on. We've all had kids issues tonight. Not just myself or yourself, Gerard as well. We've all had kids issues tonight, right?
Oh mate, it's about an hour of my son screaming saying, "I want mum," but we told him already if Dad came in that mum wasn't coming, so he had to stay true to our guns. So yeah, that was rough, but I'm here to, I've missed a lot of the party obviously, but how are we feeling?
No, we're glad they jump on, bro, because it's perfect timing. Because obviously we're going to wrap up in a second, but perfect timing in the sense of have you seen the home and away jersey?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, obviously the home jersey is pretty similar, but I'm liking what I'm seeing from the away strip. It's sort of going down that sort of heritage route, and yeah, I really liked what I saw there, to be honest.
Okay, look, just a minute. Give us your elaborate on the home jersey and then the away jersey, because we've done our elaboration on what we thought. So you got a minute, mate. Go for it on the home and away jersey.
Great. Well, I mean,
what you like and what you don't like.
I mean, as I said before, the home jersey is obviously basically it's the same. I think from what I understand that they do they sort of do it on a 2-year kind of schedule, don't they? So they've stuck true with the home jersey being pretty similar, but they I mean I love the colours in the new one. Obviously they're staying true to the OGs, and then getting the white in there for that heritage sort of feel. I remember when they bought that heritage jersey out a couple of years ago, and the world went absolutely wild. So it's sort of feeling a bit like that. So yeah, I'd be considering buying it myself. You guys fans?
Yeah, you want to go first, Jerry?
Well, look, I mean, it's sort of fans-ish. We've given it I gave it a B, and John gave it a B plus. So I mean, so it's passed. It's got a pass, which is fine. Probably, I think we've both been more leaning towards the away jersey, in spite of the incessant Sydney Roosters vibes that it kind of gives off.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we're at. There'll be I'd say some money spent, and it could go either way. To be honest, the blue one could grow in popularity for myself, but we will have to wait and see how they sort of age. I guess like a fine wine.
Yeah. Well, what did you think of the red numbers, Richard? The red numbers. That was another big talking point. Red numbers. What were your thoughts on the red numbers on the jersey?
Yeah, it brings me to something, but I can't figure out what it is. Like I feel like I've seen it before, but I'm not quite sure where. It's funny you bring up the Roosters feel. Actually, I hadn't kind of realised that, and I've just had a quick look again. I can definitely see where he came from there. It's obviously the similar colours, but it's the tricolours look. Yeah, but I like the red colours, to be honest. I think it's something a bit different, but as I say, like I think it does feel familiar in a weird kind of way, and I've probably seen it on some other team somewhere. Can't quite picture where I've seen it, but yeah, I mean, I haven't really dived into the comments too much on sort of the Warriors post. Have you guys? What's the sort of general feedback been so far? Have you had a look?
Yeah, so similar to what we're talking about right now. I think people are more leaning towards the away jersey. They do say that it's got the Sydney Roosters vibe, but they still like it. I'm sort of similar. We all see the Sydney Roosters part of it, but I like the away jersey better. And we were just saying before, why do they keep on replicating other teams like Newcastle last year, our away jersey, and then Sydney Roosters? I mean, why don't they go with the Penrith Panthers? They're going to do that, or
the pink.
Yeah, pink. Yeah, pink. Exactly, but no, that's so. Can you just give us your grades for home and away? Oh, we didn't give our grades for away, did we?
I don't think we did. No.
So do you want to give your home and away, Richard, and then we'll give our away jersey grades, and then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, I'd say probably for home, it's a pass for me. So probably a B, and then I'll go a little bit higher for the away and give it a I'll go for an A minus. The first look at it, I was a big fan.
Yep. You want to go, Gerard?
Yeah, bro. You were bang on the mark there when
A minus.
before you jumped on, Richie. You said you're probably likely to be in a same boat as what we've just mentioned, and 100% I'm with you on the away jerseys as well. I'm going to go for an A minus there because I'm a fan, but it does have it has things it could work on. Sure,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing a jersey innovation where you could put on the jersey as an everyday man and have it make it look like you've got abs, like just like the material kind of give you a little bit of shape or something just to kind of help us out. It's always a bit of a struggle.
Yeah, I need that.
To put on these kind of jerseys, isn't it?
Yeah, we're all on the wrong.
Yeah,
we're all
no,
getting on the wrong side of the 30s there, aren't we? So and up.
I've already hit the 40s,
Yeah.
right? So yes, yeah. No, I'm A minus as well. I think that's just the right grade for it. Like I'm a fan, but I wouldn't give it a perfect mark. So A minus as well. But yeah. So I guess overall we're on the same page. Home jersey, not biggest fans, but we can warm up to it, see what happens. And the away jersey, yes, fans, and but not perfect. But yeah. Still, they're probably going to spend a lot of money on merch this year, so that's what counts, I guess. But for the Warriors, but look, we'll wrap it up there. But before we do, how's the rest of the team? How's Monera and stuff? I mean, is Jackson Ford still his man crush?
No, he's actually he's a bit he's a little bit of a flip flopper like that. He sort of moved on from Jacko. So Jacko is now his former man crush. He actually moved more on to the Silver Fox, Roger. He went. I think it was probably the calves that swayed it. And to be fair, all good. But he's definitely he's loving his dad life as well. As his kids are a little bit older than ours, but he's all good. Isaac's got a little one. He's the latest addition to the dad club. So he's just enjoying the world being turned upside down a little bit with sleepless nights and whatnot. And Daniel, he's cruising along with his kids as well. I think he's probably, I'm not sure if he's doing any sports coaching or not at the moment, but I know he has been at different times getting involved, and I would love to see what sort of team talks he'd been giving the kids, because it'd probably be hilarious. But everyone's well, bro. Everyone's happy, and I think we're probably just enjoying a little bit of a break. It's quite nice, actually.
Yeah, it is. It is nice.
Pressure come off, right?
It is nice. It is nice. So it's good. So it is nice, and that time away from off season, even for us that do potties and stuff, it's actually quite nice. So thanks for making the time to come on, bro. I really appreciate it. We always love it when we get a chat with you on the stuff and get your expertise in there. The man who does all the commentary for the Warriors New South Wales when the Cup team when they're over there. Will you continue to do that next year?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I've been in touch with the Bar TV people.
Nice.
Said I'll be good to go for next year. Wouldn't mind sort of maybe expanding and getting a few more games under my belt. Didn't have too many this year, but it was kind of balanced up with a heavy workload doing the Warriors Anonymous stuff as well. So sort of weighing up the pros and cons of what you can manage with your time and your energy.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that pans out. But I reckon there'll be hopefully more of myself getting involved with that and hopefully improving as well. Really want to try and take it as far as I possibly can with that. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, no, you did a great job, mate. You did a great job. So keep it going, man. And also with your potty and stuff, I love listening to the potty as well. So, but thanks again for joining us. Thanks, Richard, for jumping on for the time you did it. We honestly wanted you to be on here. We were hoping.
Got my 2 cents in.
So yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's all we want. That's all we needed for now. Yeah, exactly. But thanks, guys, and thanks everyone for tuning into this. Hopefully, this has given you some insight into the jerseys. We're not jersey experts. We're just giving you our opinions and stuff. But I'm sure you've got your own. So let us know what you think about the away jersey and the home jersey and stuff. But thanks, Gerard, and thanks, Richard, and we'll see you all later on.
Up the Kiwis.
Thanks, boys.